Alabama consumers are facing an onslaught of abusive debt collection practices by debt collectors. Some are from Alabama, but primarily we see this from out-of-state debt collection companies. Now, fortunately, there is a federal law that is designed to prevent this, or if it cannot prevent it, then to compensate you for any damages that you've suffered. And that law is the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. It's very detailed, very specific on what it prohibits, but we can summarize it by saying a debt collector is not allowed to abuse you, harass you, or treat you unfairly. And I want to give you 5 examples of what are the more common types of abuse. The first is abusive or harassing phone calls. That can be the number of calls. I have a client that received 18 calls in 12 minutes, or it could be just one single phone call, but yet that call, because of profanity or racial slurs, is harassing and abusive. A second category is what are known as third-party contacts, and this is where the debt collector calls somebody other than you or your spouse about this debt. And very strict requirements on that are quite often broken by these abusive debt collectors. The third category involves illegal voicemails. Most voicemails that are left on your cell phone or your home phone are illegal. And so if you are dealing with that, you definitely want to save those voicemails and look further into that. The fourth category involves threats, illegal threats by debt collectors. They love to do this. They love to say, if you don't pay me right now, you're going to go to jail. Or I'm going to call the sheriff on you. Or I'm going to sue you tomorrow, when the debt collector knows that either it won't sue or it can't sue you tomorrow. And the final category is when you don't even owe the debt. Maybe you never owed it, or maybe you owed it at one time, but now you've paid it off. But yet a collector is harassing you about paying that debt that you don't even owe. And if you're the victim of this type of abuse, then the FDCPA provides that you can be compensated with money damages and that your attorney's fees can be paid by the debt collector. So if you have any questions about this, we invite you to consult with us or with another consumer attorney to find out about your rights and what action you can take against the abusive debt collector.